Good evening and then welcome to Kasi Exposure. I'm reporting. My name is Takondwa Pondani. In our studio today we've got a candidate, Mr. Masibongwe Sihlahla. So thank you for giving us time and for coming through. Just tell us more about yourself. Who is Masibongwe Sihlahla?
Masibongwe Sihlahla is a human rights activist.
Yeah.
Is a student activist. Masibongwe is also a founder of various youth organizations. I'm the founder of the Concerned Young People's Forum of South Africa. Also the Youth Rising Campaign, which are two organizations which are formed nationwide, which both has over around 200,000 members who are part of the forums, which I'm part of, which are championing issues that are affecting our students and young people in society in general, which are championing issues of human rights in the society, which are also a platform for young people to raise their views, because you know nowadays you find that young people are not that active in our country. So
rights, yes,
those organizations are there to give platform, to allow them a space to share their views. So I'm the founder of those movements which are found nationwide. I'm also a student activist. Since high school, since I was in Kai, I always championed the issues of students, because there are instances where the rights of learners are not looked at. So I'm in that level. I'm also part of those initiatives which seeks to fight for the students' rights. You can say.
Just to be sure, tell us more about your background in the courses, and also more about the ANC participation, your participation in the ANC.
I started being active, I think it was 2008, when I was still in Lucanyo, in the local primary school here.
2008.
So I've been quite involved in COSAS. I was first the district chairperson of COSAS for Overbeck district. Then after I went to being the provincial treasurer from 2014 till 2018 for COSAS in the provincial level, where I was mostly involved in. I'm also part of the ANC in my branch, also the ANC Youth League in the Overbeck district. I'm part of that committee, which is preparing for ANC Youth League to go to its conference in the Overbeck district. But I'm also the executive committee member of the ANC in our branch. So currently I'm involved in those spaces, which has really exposed me in a number of things. And I'm thankful to COSAS, because I'm able now to see things in a way that I'm able to see, and also to be involved in a lot of, because people think that when you're a politician, you are just there for money, or you want fame and so on. But being active on the ground, and I think the issues are affecting our people on the ground, addressing social ills that are affecting our people. People are living in poverty out there, and young people are unemployed in vast majority. They are not working,
which is one of the biggest things we are facing in our communities. And so we also wanted to know about your participation in the local elections that will be coming through on the coming month. Just tell us more about what made you to participate. What made you to go and say, okay, you want to be the councillor for the Ward 12?
I think just to go back a bit, but I think I forgot to just touch on other initiatives that I've been part of. I've been working with the Department of Social Development at national level. I was the district organizer for the department, because they have what they call annual national youth camp that they are organizing as a Department of Social Development. So I'm still part of that department that we are organizing the youth camps for young people. And also I'm part of what we call a Boys Championing Change program. That is part of the Department of Social Development, that seeks to empower young men and boys in society, because you find that the plight of boys and young men in our society is not looked at. So that platform is created by department to empower and get to understand issues that are affecting young boys, especially the boy child at home, who are not looked at. Because at times you find that, yes, it's good to look at issues that are affecting young women and women in society, but the plight of young men is not looked at. So
yes.
that platform is created for that. So I'm part of those initiatives too, which I forgot to actually touch on. Because every year we organize those camps. I think it benefits around 200 young people annually. We take them to Worcester, then to Kimberley, where they get to meet other young people that come from other provinces.
Yes.
So I'm just touching on the activism that I've been part of. But going to the council, in the ANC now, they've changed the policy. Before, the ANC would decide who must be the council in your community. But now,
it's people who are choosing
you must go through a committee process where everyone, regardless of their political parties, they will come there and decide who must be the councillor.
Who's
So
the best candidates?
I went through that process where community was there. We were 4 candidates.
Yes.
Then the community decided on my name through the voting process that was there. So now the ANC changed that policy of selecting who must go to the polls. So we went through that process, and then I won through that committee process. Then obviously I went through an ANC process of screening and so on. So that's how I came about to be ANC candidate. Because the ANC always choose the best among everyone.
People, yes.
So yeah, the committee decided on me that I must be the councillor for what 12. Seeing the work that I've done, even in school.
Yes.
I used to take young people to parliament, the learners, the students to parliament, where they get to learn about the process of parliament and how they can get the laws, the 3 spheres of government, the judiciary, provincial government, the local government. So that's how I got to be active, and I got to be involved in the community work, and that's how I eventually got elected to be the Vice Councillor for Ward 12.
You know, a lot of people out there, they will be wondering, okay, that you're now like part of the ANC for Ward 12. I mean, like, what can you promise to the people out there? People who don't know you understand? Because many politicians come and say, okay, no, I'm gonna offer this stuff, I'm gonna bring out this stuff and stuff. As you said, you've done a lot of work from since high school. You've done a lot of stuff for courses. What can you promise to people that you offer different from other candidates? Like people who wants to vote for you, like why must they choose you? Why are you the best candidate?
I think, judging from my track record, and also I think I'm going to speak about my ward, the things that I've noticed in my area.
Ward 12.
I think the first priority is the issue of addressing the youth unemployment. And I think by addressing that, I think I would encourage the issues of having programs such as the skills development.
Yes.
Where we can, because we find that there are students, there are young people that are not in school, some dropped out. So I think if we can perhaps try to have a skills development program that the municipality can perhaps, through me as a councillor, can introduce such a program, and also to empower the small businesses. Because in my ward, what I've noticed, there are a lot of people that are doing small business, that are in small business. And I think if the local government can address the issue of funding our local businesses, I think we can then try to just decrease issue of unemployment in my ward. So I think what is important is the
unemployment rate,
empowering
and then empowering the youth,
introducing the funding for small businesses, skills development in my ward that can address youth unemployment in the ward. So I think those issues are very, very important in my ward. Since I've observed over the years that many people are not employed and they need to be placed. It's either in skills development or internships or something. But I think municipality must just try to address the issue of young people that are unemployed in this ward, and also to empower and assist the small businesses in my ward that are trying to
earn some money.
Yes.
Because unemployment, it's one of the things that we are facing as a whole in South Africa. I mean, it's not only here in Hermanus or here in Western Cape, also other provinces. We are facing a big problem of unemployment. So, as you say, you wanna develop a skill for people who can gain skills. Also, one thing that we would like to ask, people, as you said, you wanna do that. There are other people who you have to convey through. What assurance do you give people that the thing that you are saying you will deliver?
Obviously, the issue of municipality, there are always those processes that you must consider. Because let's say, for instance, I'm the ANC candidate, then I would come and say that, guys, I have this idea that I want to bring to you as the municipality. And it's always depending on if they are buying in your idea. But I think I'll be able to convince the mayors and everyone that is there. Obviously, I would not say that people here is the funding for your businesses, but through engagement with the local authority there, those things would happen. And obviously, although you find that some would oppose it, but I think some form of engagement between myself and those that are in power there would at least try and convince them in buying the idea that I'm trying to bring.
Like what are your I'm sorry to repeat this again, but I have to ask, what are your top promises in the LGE 2021?
The first one is obviously eradicating the youth unemployment issues in the world, small business development, and also addressing the issue of crime that I think I didn't mention earlier on, because I think it has increased also in the world. To address that, I think that would obviously include the CPF, which is the Community Policing Forum, and also the Neighborhood Watch. I think by working with them, the issue of crime we can address.
Yes.
And also the issues of gender-based violence. I think it has. Which is
also one thing that we are facing in our communities, because gender-based violence is also one of the things I feel like many politicians and many candidates who are out there should look at.
Stand in that,
because there are many people who are being abused and out there. Like because many times I feel like gender-based violence, it's only like viewed in only to the ladies and stuff, because there are also men out there who are also being abused by their
it goes back to the what I've mentioned earlier on, that the issue of boy child, that is vulnerable out there, because you find that they're not able to speak out and address those problems. You find that they are abused. Some are abused emotionally. They're in their homes. They see their parents fighting every day.
Yes.
They get drunk, and that also affects them even mentally. So the issue of mental health also ought to be addressed.
Yeah.
So I think going back to the issue of boy child, I think those issues, when we say GBV, it must also link to the boy child and also the girl child out there who are facing abuse every day. So I think those issues ought to be addressed.
Okay. One last thing. Encourage people to vote. What can you say to the people out there who want to vote for you? Like, just encourage them.
I want to just specifically encourage young people, because they've been skeptical to vote. They've been saying that politics are boring, they're not interested, it's corruption and so on. I think, speaking now from a national perspective, I think President Ramaphosa says try to address the issue of corruption, because we have what we call now SIU, especially investigating unit, where if you are found wanting, you are found corrupt, you are held to account through that unit. So I think in trying to persuade young people to go in food, I think they are now able to see that the president is 18. I mean, we have seen people getting arrested by the Hawks.
Yeah.
Some are being persecuted by the NPO.
Some
Some are stepping aside, even in the ANC. So I think the president is really trying to really stop the issue of corruption. I think young people ought to just come out now and vote. Obviously, I would say vote for the ANC, but I think what is important for them is to be patriots.
Yes.
And love their country. Because if you are just sitting at home and say that, no, I'm not going to vote because there's corruption, then obviously your voice won't be heard, because you are sitting there don't want to be counted among those who voted.
Change. We want
Even
change.
if you voted for each party, but what is important that you must be able to voice out your concern through voting. Because if you're sitting at home and not voting, then who are you going to blame? Because you didn't vote. But at least if you voted, then you're gonna hold those that you voted for to account and make sure that they deliver on their promises. So I think as young people must come out and vote, because over the years, at even 19, we've seen that the young people did not come out and vote because they believe that there's nothing for them, of which I fully understand, because they are the most unemployed group in South Africa. So I think now it's a chance for them to vote, because look at Zwelihle. Now we have 3 candidates at the ANC who are young people. Myself, I'm 28 years old. There's Teron in Ward 6, Koko in Ward 5. I think now they can be encouraged to come out and vote, because we are there and when address issues that they are facing as young people and as also the society in general.
But one last thing I just wanna you to validate. There are like many young youth who are like unemployed, who are graduates. But then I feel like they are scared to come and say, okay, I wanna vote for a certain party, because for a long period of time they've been I would say rumors about being politician corruption.
Yeah.
The moment somebody gets to be voted, they don't deliver what
On the
yeah. So actually one last thing, just encourage the youth. Like, what are you gonna deliver to the youth?
It's high, and obviously persuade the stakeholders that can come on board and assist them. So I think first step is to have a dialogue and get to understand the issues, and perhaps try to lobby stakeholders, try to lobby departments, try to lobby municipalities, try to lobby the broader stakeholders in Israel. I think there's NYTA, which is the National Youth Development Agency, that is there to assist young people. So I think that step would assist in getting to understand really what are the issues and what then ought to be done going forward.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching, for being with us here. We thank you for your time. I'm Takondwa reporting from Kasi Exposure. See you next time.